When I told my father that I wanted to be a woman, my father told me that I was going to be the ugliest woman. Point blank, he said, you're going to be an ugly woman, no one's ever going to love you, and no one's ever going to want you. I mean, I can't believe that he said that, but I completely tore up the house. I was very upset. At that point, I took an overdose of pills, but I didn't want to die. I just wanted to be heard. I actually called the ambulance, and they came and they pumped my stomach, and then I proceeded to move out of the house and start my life.
With a doctor in the Castro area, taking my first hormones and doing my blood work, and seeing, like, you know, just kind of diagnosing my transsexualism. It just gave me this note that said that I was transgender, that I should be able to be acknowledged as who I really am. And I just went to the DMV, showed them the paper, changed my name.
I consider myself to be transgender because by all definitional purposes, I am transgendered. A lot of people don't know the difference between gender and sex is your physical parts, and gender is what you identify with, what you have the world perceive yourself as. So I went from the world perceiving myself as male to female, so I am technically transgender. I'm a nurse. During the week, I do pediatric home care, like children in critical care conditions, like just came from the hospital, like trachs, G-tubes, ventilators, seizures, all things like that. And that's my weekday job. Then my weekend job, I work at a rehab, a drug rehab and detoxification. That's 2 jobs. And then my 3rd job is being more money.
I think the biggest misconception about transsexuals in the United States is that all of us look like men. But for me, like, at the same time, I knew that I had flaws and stuff like that, and you just fight for what you want to be. For me, passable doesn't even matter if you're not passable or not, because, I mean, trust me, there are some parts of me that are not passable, like my jawline. I hate, well, like, and it's just like, anyways. And then people always say to me, your jawline is like so feminine. I'm like, whatever. Like, dude, we all have our insecurities. Even if you're passable or not, meaning like if you look more like a woman or if you look more like a man, it does not matter. If you feel passable and you feel confident with who you are, who cares what other people think? To be honest, like me in my personal life, sometimes I don't even consider myself transgender because I live my life so normally. I just consider myself me.
The ballroom scene is like a big, gigantic, gay competition. It's like they have all different types of categories and everybody comes out and they compete for the category. The category I go for is realness, because I'm real. Butch Queen and Drag. Butch Queen and Drag meaning that I'm not on any hormones and I'm still technically a drag queen in the ballroom scene. And then you have femme queens and they've been on hormones for a minute. So I don't do that.
No, she hit me like this.
When I first came to San Francisco, I'm originally from Iowa, born and raised in Des Moines, Iowa, from a family of 4 boys originally. I was the third, and my dad was a basketball coach, and my mom was pretty much a homemaker. So growing up in Des Moines was incredibly difficult because I was in a very male-dominated environment. A place where nobody knows the songs. Madonna, watch out. This is what it takes for Sundays at Drag. I believe that you cannot wait for someone to discover you. You've got to do it yourself. And never give up. As long as there's Botox and soft lighting, you can do anything you want. I, out of everyone in my family, is the only person who wanted the ashes of my mother and my brother. But here he is, and I don't know, it's just really sad. I see, like, for me, I see that little kid. I think of us, you know, and like our big wills. I remember us, we were just so wild. I mean, we learned how to ride our bikes together. I think I feel really guilty because I feel that I couldn't be there for him. I was like so caught up in my own life, and I couldn't be there to help him through his addiction. I mean, and I really, really hope that he's in a better place, because the place he was in was not good for him. But I miss him, and I miss what hopefully our relationship could have been as adults. So